It's the wager presentation, and all housemates are in the arena. And Big Brother said every housemate was given a board for their portrait, and they wagered 100%. So for this presentation, they are given 2 minutes each to present their portraits, and they'll be judged based on the following criteria: creativity, originality, authentic self-presentation, visually artwork. Biggie will determine the winner himself. He first called Offentse, and all his housemates, when they are being called, they are going to discuss the story behind their portrait. Offentse started with a rap, and he said the art in his portrait illustrates sacrifice, family, blood. He goes on a journey to break a cage. He breaks the chain and reaches prosperity. Malay said his is very simple. He's a simple guy. He narrates his story. He said he's a very stubborn guy. Every ball in his artwork has a color. He's a very colorful guy, and he's still working on himself. Now Laima starts with a song, and she enters a poem. Her art explains her dark and bright side. She has imposter syndrome. She's a people pleaser. While she was making her presentation, her time elapsed. Lawerdo started with a poem and finished with a poem. What I could get from him is, what I get is, I rise, I fall, I go up to the Lord, 'cause I'm a zero. Maybe I matter, maybe I don't. So Didi, her art is pink. She said it's an unboxing of who Didi is. Didi is loud, yet Didi is quiet. She's always misunderstood, and she put family and friends up. Now she said she received a message 1st of January 2025 from her auntie who passed. She didn't get to reply that message, and what that taught her is that respond to things. You never know tomorrow. Mshefane said he was raised in a small town. At a point in his life, he wanted to take his life, like commit suicide. But his friends made him realize he matters, and his family too. They've broken him at some point in his life. So when he was on stage, he tied his hand with something like a chain, and he said now he's breaking free, and he kind of cut that chain from his hand, and he narrates how beautiful his future, he envisaged his future to be. Llano starts with being her dramatic self. She discussed her art. Now her art has this eye. She's a makeup artist, so she used the eye and the makeup thing. There's glitz to illustrate her story. That is pink because she is a proud transgender woman. So Q, he said his confidence has not always been here. It grew. What you see is not always what you get. He said we don't die, we multiply. Dene, she said her art is about DNA, the unknown. She's here for her past. She was raised by her mom. Along the line, her mom died, and she had to go on with life, and she has grown into a powerful woman. Her future is limitless. Trixie, her art represents the kids she has lost, the abuse she had encountered in her life, the marriage she rushed into, being exploited by love, realizing that she was blinded, and she showed a part of her silver lining. TheDon, his art illustrates when he was a child, when he went to high school, the chaos when he went to university, and how he had to leave university because he was promised something, and at the end of the day, that thing he was promised he did not get, and how he never really had anyone. Sia's own was confusing, I must say. She sings, she said her late dad, she said everything makes sense, and she was like, because, and she paused and stopped and dropped her art and went. Now, why I say dropped art, there was a place in the arena, when you're done with your presentation, you just drop your art piece up like a magnet. You just drop your art piece. Dube, he said where he comes from, there is little opportunities, but he comes from love and support. Before, he's this kind of person that blames everything on situations. He explained how last year he was just by the door, and now he's the king of redemption. So Neliswa, she said she went through a lot of grief, a lot of self-doubt, lost 3 people, her sister, her mom, her friend, and she wrote a love letter to her former self. Bolebi, she had a lot of walls, anxious thoughts. She said she's going to be a household brand when she leaves Big Brother Mzansi. Mashel, he said he's simple, he's colorful, he's bubbly, he's easy to confide in. But throughout last year, he had no job, and it was a very difficult thing. It was a very difficult process, era for him. He was in radio before, but that was taken away from him. Tumi the Barber, he said everybody runs away from the sun, but he has a lot in common with the sun. He is a creative person. Ashe, he carried a football, a real life football, because you know he's an ex-footballer, so he used that to express his story. He did not say much. Yeah, he did not really say much. He said he has learned a lot about life with football on his feet. Now his portrait has the different Biggie brands, Big Brother Mzansi brands, and he says he wished to work with this brand someday. This guy knows how to shoot his shot here. He's thinking outside the box. Family is very important for him, and he gave a shout out to his parents, his family. Bravo B, he said his life is funny. His life changed to a dark side at some point. His portrait has one funny drawing. Gosh, like the bullies, he drew them. They look like devil. King Wanda, he said his childhood had a lot of gray sky. He was depressed. At a point, he wrote a lot of suicide notes, but he just couldn't take his life. And he could be evicted as Housemates nominated him, and the Housemates laughed. Romona, she acknowledged Tumi the Barber and Bulepi for helping her with her artwork. That's so thoughtful of her. She's an appreciative person, and that's so great. But basically, I got nothing from her other than that acknowledgement, or I didn't get what she was saying. Thandeka, she said she was raised in Durban and Italy shaped her. She gives freely. She's very deep and very misunderstood. That's true, even in the house. Kokii, she grew up with her grandmother, but the grandmother died. People have really done her bad, like hurt her, and they were witchy people. So guys, thank you so much for watching this far. Welcome to my page. And Housemates lost their wager, but I must say their presentation was beautiful. Biggie issued them a warning. Yes, I guess why they lost their wager is because of some rules they've been breaking, because they had a beautiful presentation. But he said, he acknowledged it. He said, well done, but there was no element of togetherness in their work. And somebody was saying it, that they should do something together as a team. But I guess now they will correct. So guys, thank you so much. See you on my very next video. Bye.